Welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week, we're talking about... I don't have like a jingle to jingle. We're talking about Clash of the Titans.
I was about to say, release the Kraken.
Oh, that would have... Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have worked. Shoot. Speaking of Kraken, what's your bright spot?
What's crack-a-lackin'? Man, I know it was my bright spot last week, but am I allowed to double up and say hanging out with you last week was a lot of fun?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why the heck not?
Last week it was that I get to hang out with you. This week is that I got to hang out.
Yeah, we did. It was great. It was nice. It was a hoot.
A hoot nanny.
Yeah, a nanny and a hoot. I don't know what a nanny is. Well, I know what I'm confusing myself. It's all right. Oh no. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and for whatever reason the audio switched to... I can hear you through my external. Hold on. Okay. Main. I don't know why it does this. Duo chat. All right. Go ahead and talk.
Oh, hi, there you are.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't do it again. I feel like Google Meets has been doing that to me lately, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my bright spot is that I revealed that we use Google Meets. Yeah, hanging out with you. I am currently exhausted. I apparently slept like crap last night. I think I woke up 15 times.
Oof.
Yeah. And it was mostly because like I would dream and then I'd wake up and then I'd dream and then I'd wake up and then I'd dream and then I wake up. And I was really looking forward to sleeping. And I went to sleep, for me, relatively early. And my body was like, hey, that was real nice that you did it early. Never mind.
Betrayal.
So I'm a little tired. I'm going to try to go to sleep after this, and honestly, I don't know if my body's going to do the same thing again. So we'll see. This film is directed by Louis. That name has too many R's. Leterrier. I'm gonna go with Leterrier. Or maybe I won't. This whole.
Good luck.
Oh my God.
Basil.
Basil.
Iwanyk.
Yeah, I think so. Basil Iwanyk. Kevin Delanoy. That was easy. Travis.
Beacham.
Is it Beacham?
I think so.
Screenwritten by Travis Beacham, Phil Hay, Matt Manfredi. Excuse me, these are a lot of weird names. Distributor, Warner Brothers. Production company, Zanuck Company and Thunder Road Productions. And so, full transparency, we had another movie lined up for today's slot. And it was... I didn't realize, so I'm kind of glad we changed it, but it was also a Steven Spielberg movie.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I didn't realize that at the time, so it was good that we changed it. But then, as I was going through this, Zanuck Company, formerly Zanuck Brown Productions, the same group that did Jaws.
Interesting.
So this is the same production company that did Jaws.
Look at us.
This is rated PG-13 for fantasy action, brief sensuality, and some frightening images. I saw that in another thing. I think maybe on the streaming site I saw it said brief nudity. And for both of these, I really have to say, where?
It's so brief you can't even see it.
This movie, there is nothing. Okay, let me put it like this: if there's something sexual about this movie, it is not played well at all.
Is there a brief Liam Neeson butt?
There's not enough Liam Neeson butt.
When he is Zeus.
Oh, is that what it is? That might be the one scene.
Lays with lady.
Which they do play it off as very much like, oh, you're joining me for night time. Not like.
Yeah, but then he evilly turns around and goes and then flies away.
That's right.
And I think when he flies away, there might be some butt.
Oh.
But it's like butt turning into eagle.
I bet you it's CGI.
Yeah, CGI butt. Eagle butt.
It's not as good. Some frightening images. True.
Mm-hmm.
Genre: fantasy, action, adventure, action. Original language: English. I know it was Greek. It was written in Greek. Release date. What is the ancient Greek called? It's like that's a scale. That's not a Greek thing. I'm thinking Ionian, and I'm like, that's not right. It's a specific type of Greek, and I can't for the life of me think what it is.
I don't know how to. Why did it give me this language? I don't know. Archaea? Is that what you're thinking of?
I think so. Maybe pronounced like you know what it is, but yeah, I think.
Archaea.
Release date April 2nd, 2010. So this movie is 15 years old. Had a budget of $125 million. In the U.S., grossed $163 million. Opening weekend did $61 million. And worldwide did almost $500 million. So arguably a success for a movie that I don't think anyone cares about.
No.
Case in point, I thought this was a different movie. Starring
what?
I make a joke in my recap, and seeing this makes it even funnier. It will make sense very soon. Sam Worthington, Gemma Arterton, Mad Mikkelsen. Sounds like just like someone had a crap shoot of words. It was like, hey, here's some names. Alexa, Davalos, Ralph Fiennes, Liam Neeson. Cinematography by Peter. What?
Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, Fiennes. Sorry. There's too many letters for that to be Fiennes.
Yeah, I agree. But
did I say Phineas?
Yeah. Wait, who was he?
Are you freaking serious?
Oh, he was Hades. Okay.
I have another joke in my thing that's going to make this a lot more make more sense. Turn it into Tasmanian Devil. Cinematography, Pete Menzies Jr., edited by Vincent Tabaillon. I think that's right. Martin Walsh. Music by Ramin Djawadi, I think. Djawadi. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Djawadi. Recap! I'm so stupid. Before man, there were gods. Before the gods, there were the Titans. And before the Titans, there was one question that floated invisible through the dark void. And that question is simply, Who the fuck is Sam Worthington? He was in 2 of the highest grossing movies of all time, and the world still whispered, who the fuck is Scott Worthington? Well, his story begins with a ship somewhere near Greece where a fisherman, Spyro, no relation to the dragon, finds a chest with a dead woman and an alive baby. The fisherman adopts the baby, who is named Scott Worthington. Spyro raises him as his own, and he learns the ways of the Avatar. Nope, wrong one. The fisherman. Spyro seems pretty put off by the gods, but let's face it, this movie does little outside of some shoddy dialogue and exposition to indicate any sort of emotion. But Scott Worthington really seems to jive with it. Once old Scotty Worth is a grown-ass Inkton, he and his family go fishing. They fish near the statue of Zeus. But at the same time, soldiers are knocking it down and almost crush the family's boat. Quickly, some demon angels come and attack the soldiers, and for whatever reason, instead of listening to Scott, who suggested leaving, Spyro really wanted to watch some supernatural murder. After a little violence, Voldemort comes out of nowhere and kills the rest of the soldiers. And for whatever reason, he attacks the boat and kills Scott's family. Before Scott could drown...
Every time. Go ahead.
Before Scott could drown, some surviving soldiers save him and take him back to Argos. Wait, I just looked this up. Worthington's character is supposed to be 18 years old in this movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Argos people treat him like crap. While this is happening, Voldemort goes up to see his brother, Qui-Gon Jinn Brian Mills. Voldemort asks Mills to let him scare the humans to make them pray again because the gods are immortalized by prayer. Mills agrees, and Voldemort goes to Argos, where he finds Scott in the hall of the Mountain King, hearing how the king and queen basically believe they are now gods. Voldemort kills all the remaining soldiers, but somehow Scott survives. And then he threatens the queen by making her old and tells the people they will all be destroyed if they don't sacrifice the princess, daughter of the king, usually what princess means, by the eclipse. Everyone figures out, I guess because he survived magic, this random guy is a demigod. But it is truly revealed to him by Gretel. You know, from that really good dark action adventure, Hansel and Gretel. She reveals that Scott is the son of God. I don't remember where, but it's also mentioned that Zeus saw the king Acrisius, previous king of Argos, was basically like, ooh, gods suck. And Zeus essentially raped his wife and made her pregnant. So Acrisius put her and the demi-baby into a box to like spite Zeus, but then Zeus smitted him and turned him into Hyde from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Wait, that's the same actor.
It is.
But Gretel says she's cursed with immortality and has watched over Scott his whole life, which is weird because Scott looks 32, but he's just 18, and Gretel is at least 100 years old because she's old enough to have watched the people she loves grow old and die. She's like a immortal stalker. The Greeks were great, but hey, this isn't exactly the mythology, so I guess we could say Hollywood weirdos and ancient Greeks are cool. I don't know. Anyway, the King's Guard decide to go ask the weird witches what to do to beat Voldemort. And they need Scott to go. And Gretel goes too. And so do two, I believe they were Arab gentlemen who were just like there strictly for comedy relief. Anyway, all the Argos guards really hate Scott and make him feel like crap. Meanwhile, Voldemort hires the mutated Acrisius to kill Scott. And he's given him special Voldemort powers. And he attacks the gang and he kills a couple people, but we don't really care about them because they've done no character development that's worth a damn. And then Hyde, formerly known as King Acrisius, bites Scott and poisons him, and they chase Hyde down until they're stopped by a giant scorpion. Then they're saved by like a wood guy. And I mean, I think he's literally made out of wood. I think he's supposed to be a stand-in for a person of color, which is kind of messed up that they just made him like a wood guy, but they did it, and I don't know. I could be reading a little too much into it. I mean, I'm not really reading that much into it because this movie is mostly white people, and the like token guy is wood. The wood guy, let's call him Woody, heals Scott, and so they keep on going to the witches and find out they have to cut off Medusa's head. Oh, shoot, I forgot to mention that one of the guards is Mad Mikkelsen, which is such a wild casting. And oh, shit, is that Lex Luthor? Anyway, they go down to the underworld, but before that, Zeus visits Scott, and Zeus is like, "You're my son." And Scott's like, "But you're not my real dad." And Zeus is like, "I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go, now that'll be the end of it. I will look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you." And Scott's like, "You're not my real dad, but good luck." Anyway, they make it to Medusa, and Mads and Lex Luthor die, along with everyone else except for Scott and Gretel. Scott gets Medusa's head, and Gretel gets stabbed by Hyde, and Hyde gets killed by Scott. But before he dies, he says, "Don't turn into them," which, I mean, would have had way more meaning if it didn't come from an absolute piece of shit. Scott makes his way back to Argos as Voldemort is releasing the Kraken, and Scott stops the Kraken and fights Voldemort, but Scott uses a sword that Zeus gave him, even though the whole movie Scott was like, "I don't need anything from the gods, I'm a real boy," and then essentially turns back on all of his character development. He ends up killing Voldemort, but he doesn't actually kill him, he just sends him back to the underworld, and Zeus is like, "I'm so proud of you, son." And Scott's like, "I love you, daddy." And Zeus is like, "Here, have this lady who stalked you your whole life as your bride because you totally have a fully developed and totally, it makes sense romance." And the camera zooms out, and you hear a voice whisper from the heavens, "We have watched the movie. We have watched the whole movie. And we still need to know. Who the fuck is Sam Worthington?"
Recap! Replay!
That makes the joke funnier because I genuinely thought his name was Scott. I feel so bad to be like mean to this man. I'm sure he's a nice man. I don't know. Maybe like classically attractive. I don't know. He's not like a bad looking guy. He just looks like the most generic person, like movie star, that every time I see him, I'm like, I don't know who you are. Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's got like a handsome supporting actor face, but not necessarily.
Well, and then arguably, in the movie that he has, like, him and the team that he was a part of has made almost $5 billion off of.
Mm-hmm.
He's CGI like the whole time.
Yeah.
And also, in my defense a little bit, I've never seen the first Avatar.
That's right. You still haven't seen it.
No, I've seen.
But you've seen the second one.
I've seen the second one, and I can say with just an abundance of confidence, meh.
Mm-hmm.
Meh. It's a movie. I don't know. It's a little try hard.
That movie actively makes me upset.
Yeah. Though stunning visuals.
Oh yeah.
Just some of the things they're doing with CGI is impressive. Story could have been in the oven a little longer.
Or, never come out of the oven.
Just burn the house down. Anyway, Tristan, what did you think of the movie?
This movie is so boring that I fell asleep by the first fight scene.
Yeah, this is the most mid movie I've ever seen in my life.
It does all the things on paper, but does none of them actually. Like it follows all of the steps and the guidelines. It's like somebody was given the like, hey, here's how to write a movie, and then they did it. But like, I didn't care about anybody. I had no like sympathy for any of the things that were happening. Like his parents died, and it's like, okay, cool. And then like, and Andromeda gets threatened, and it's like, okay, whatever. And like, I know this is an ancient Greek story, but like the way that they told it made me care nothing at all.
Yeah. It's so weird because this director seems to have a very like mid-career, but keeps getting hired.
Well, I mean, he made money.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
When you bring in those actors.
So I've never seen the Transporter movies,
mm-hmm.
but there is something to Jason Statham that I feel like you could do the most basics of basics, but somehow he can kind of like ride that wave into the finish line really well. He did Unleashed with it, which is a Jet Li film. And then he did The Incredible Hulk.
Yep.
Which, very mid.
Mm-hmm.
Very mid movie. They did Clash of Titans after that. And then he did Now You See Me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like a movie that has all the pieces it's supposed to have. But then when you like really sit down and break down what the movie is, you're like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
And then he has, geez, what is up with this guy's career? The brothers Grimsby.
Oh, I didn't know that he directed the Dark Crystal.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah, sorry.
The Dark Crystal,
the show,
Age of Resistance, and then he did Lupin, which is Lupin Part 3, which I think is the live action, like. Well, I think it's a lot of things. I know there's an anime that's also like that. And then he did Fast 10, which you know what we were saying about Mission Impossible, how like it gets to a point where the script is just like you guys didn't write this script. You just like decided on visuals and then built a movie around it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we said that,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a little bit of me that's like, I don't know, that's a little pretentious of us to think that. Simon Pegg confirmed that.
Oh yeah, I think we offline I
Yeah.
shared a thing with you that was like, hey,
No, but I saw the video of Simon Pegg talking about it, and I was like, oh, that explains everything. Fast X is that version, but somehow dumber.
Yeah. Yeah, they just for people that don't know, for Mission Impossible, they write the stunts first and then write a movie around it, which is crazy.
That is very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do any of that in a way to backtrack in that kind of way. So that's the director. Now I want to see the writers. So I'm going to be mean. I'm sorry. I just looked up this Travis Beacham guy.
Uh-huh.
Weird looking guy.
Pacific Rim.
He wrote Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim 2. Wait, is Upright? Oh, no, that's just characters. So he just did the first one. Oh, he doesn't really have that much at all.
No, he did.
He wrote the screenplay and story for Dog Days of Summer,
Mm-hmm.
which I have heard of, but I don't really know anything about it. It has the assistant coach from Remember the Titans.
Hmm.
You know, the guy who's like, basically like, hey, this city, we're not racist. Or, and then by the end of it, he's like, that racism isn't allowed here. Anyway, I don't think I'm remembering that movie right. Phil Hay.
Will Patton.
Are you just realizing who I'm talking about?
No.
Oh.
I just couldn't remember his name.
Okay. He wrote the story for the legendary movie The Tuxedo, starring Jackie Chan and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Is that who it is? Yeah. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Eon Flux.
Eon Flux.
Which was that I'm blanking on her first name.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize. I was thinking Theron, but I was like, Charlotte? Sharon? Charlize Theron. Wasn't that her first like big action flick?
Action? I think so.
I know she had been in movies before, but this guy also wrote R.I.P.D. Ride Along 2. Man, this team of people suck. I hate everything they do. And then this Matt fellow, Manfredi, I think he and Phil Hay are like a writing team because they have a lot of the same credits.
Yeah, they must be.
Yeah, this movie is absolutely the most mid movie that honestly has like what should be a pretty good. Here's the thing. Greek mythology legitimately can be very effective storytelling even today.
Yeah.
I mean, in a year, we're about to have Christopher Nolan's sneaky The Odyssey, which is probably, even though it like the material is there, it's still going to be a Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Somehow going to manipulate time, and we're going to be like, wait, what's happening?
Well, yeah, it's 10 years, and he's like stuck on an island, and
yeah,
he's screwed with by Poseidon a lot. All right. So let's kind of trying to think the best way to do this. let's talk about some of the stuff in order before we get into the characters. So we talked about overall feelings.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of? Oh, what?
Oh, go ahead.
What did you think of the visuals?
Great. That's a great segue into what I was going to say.
Hey.
This movie was horrible to look at.
Yeah.
Everything is just gray and boring.
Yeah.
And then the things that are kind of interesting, like, are few and far between. But it's just like the background is gray. The creatures are gray. And it's just gray on top of gray. And like there's nothing fun to look at, really. And then when you go to Olympus, it just feels like when you go outside, when you're like in a theater and you go outside and it's super bright and there's something reflective and you just kind of like squinting your eyes. That's what Olympus is. But it's not fun to look at. Everything's blurry and bright. And like,
everything has like lens flare.
Yeah.
And reflection on it. I don't understand the choice.
Which that lens flare was probably added.
All of it was added.
Because there was nothing for there to be flaring except for
they were in a green screen room 100%.
Yeah. It's just crazy that they're like, you know what, this needs lens flare, but post lens flare.
Yeah. Having all the gods other than Hades in like full armor was a choice.
Yeah. Also crazy that they got Luke Evans to
for
be
like
in this
a
movie.
Cameo, basically.
for nothing.
What a waste of talent. He's a pretty talented guy, and he can be in a screwy script and be good.
Yeah.
He's a villain in a Fast and Furious movie, and he's kind of awesome in it.
Mm-hmm.
What a waste.
I'm trying to see. I mean, this still was pretty early on in his career as a like Hollywood career, though.
Yeah.
So
they hadn't heard him sing yet, you know?
He wasn't. I mean, it was Robin Hood. He hadn't been in really anything yet. So this was kind of his first
Robin Hood.
Yeah, he was in the Russell Crowe Robin Hood.
Oh God, Russell Crowe. We know how bad the Kevin Costner one is, and then we watched the parody of that one,
mm-hmm.
and then they get a guy who is literally just as bad as Kevin Costner, and put him in Robin Hood. Way past his prime. Way past his prime.
Oh, this is interesting. Apparently, he also played. Did you think this movie was The Immortals?
No.
No? Okay. Because there's another movie that came out in 2011 called Immortals, and Luke Evans was Zeus in that one.
He was?
Yeah.
How did he get typecast so quickly?
I don't know.
Oh, you're right. Right there. I've never seen that. What is that?
Is that the movie that I thought this movie was? Because Henry Cavill.
Is that who it is?
That's Henry Cavill as
Some of these photos are there. Yeah, there he is. Some of these photos are ridiculous.
This movie doesn't look any better, but at least it's got more color to it. Okay.
It got a 6.0, which is higher.
We're all over the place with this one.
Yeah, because this movie sucked.
What movie did you think it was? When you
hold on, because if I go to the bottom of Clash of the Titans, is Wrath of the Titans a sequel?
It's the sequel.
Does Perseus even have this much mythology?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's been a while since I took a mythology class.
Remember when they made a bunch of movies within like a 5-year span, and it was just like British people and other white assortment of people going, "Hey, you want to do some Greek mythology?" I thought it was Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt.
Yes. And the reason I thought it was Gods of Egypt is because we're talking.
They all look the same.
They all look the same. They all have the weird color grading, all that stuff. But this is why. Follow me on this. Follow me on this. One, I know we have this idea of like Greek people, but we think of Greek people into like today's standards.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is they would have been pretty tan.
Right.
They would have been somewhat Arab adjacent because it was 2,000, 3,000 years ago.
Sorry, I've got a video of Gods of Egypt playing in the background.
It's pretty ridiculous, right?
It's so white.
Okay, so I say that to preface then, Gods of Egypt being Africa, and this idea that like whatever your belief is on the mythology of Egypt with the pyramids, the Bible, whatever your idea of Egypt, it was Africa. It was Africa. So like they were brown, probably, variations of brown skin, dark skin to maybe slightly light. Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
And who's the guy with the eye patch? I don't even know that.
Brenton Thwaites.
All right, I'm gonna read this right here, because there's only one person. There's two people of color. It appears to be, one of them being Chadwick Boseman, but you got Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush. That's
Gerard Butler. And then I believe the guy with the eye patch is, Brenton Thwaites, who I thought he was, from the photo, who's the guy who's the bad guy in Iron Man 3? Guy, no.
Sam Rockwell?
That's two.
That's the second one. Iron Man.
That's the guy who plays Robin in Teen Titans or Titans. Brenton Thwaites?
Is it?
It's Nightwing. What the hell is this movie?
Can we just? You can tell that the movie that we watched, we really don't want to talk about.
I think the guy who has the eye patch is Nicolaj. Oh my god!
I just shared an image of Jeffrey Rush as an Egyptian god with CG.
Oh, it looks awful.
It's so bad.
Nicolaj Coster-Waldau, I believe that's the guy I'm seeing in the poster. But hold on. I thought it was.
Oh yeah, that is Nightwing.
I thought Nicolaj was Guy Pearce. In that poster, they look the same.
Guy Pearce. Oh yeah,
he looks like Guy Pearce with that eye patch. I was like, oh, that's Guy Pearce. So you got Gerard Butler and Guy Pearce. Oh wait, not Guy Pearce.
I see it. Okay.
Wow, he looks, man, this is the weirdest freaking, all of it is just white people. Anyway, and Chadwick. It's weird. It's weird for them to have a token black guy in a movie about Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Hollywood sucks. Like, Hollywood has had some issues. Alrighty. Visually, you're right. It is super gray, and like, look at this photo. I will describe it for the audience, but I'm this is a screenshot from the movie. everything is the same color.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Sam Worthington, who's holding onto a pillar. His armor is the same color as the background, which is lava. The pillar is the same color as his skin. There's just no like variation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wood guy is supposed to be some creature person, something or other. I don't know what he's supposed
They were
to be.
called the Jinn, which I'm confused because Jinn is typically
Yeah, this guy right here.
genies. So I don't know what these guys are supposed to be.
It's what?
Jinn, because they spelled it Djinn, which is the name of in Arabic. That was what genies are. So I have no idea what these guys are.
Well, yeah, even the way they described them, I was just kind of like, I don't think that works.
Mm-hmm.
But all of their skin is the same color as the background, and they have like blue glowing eyes, and they really had an opportunity to create something that was kind of interesting, and they just didn't.
Yeah, nothing looks good.
No. So visually, crummy. Music wise, soundtrack wasn't bad. It was just kind of, I guess you could say, kind of generic cinematic music.
Mm-hmm.
It was well done, but I didn't necessarily hear anything that was above and beyond or
it's
super interesting.
If you went onto a music licensing website and found like a really good epic song, that's basically what this felt like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so there's that. Editing. Let's just kind of, I guess, talk about plot. They don't necessarily follow all the aspects of the mythology.
Mm-hmm.
There's a trailer of it playing right now because I'm on IMDb to look at everything. They give away like five things in the trailer. So if you had the trailer in mind, you would know what was happening in the movie before it happened. That's awful.
Sorry, I got distracted because I confirmed something that I thought happens in the movie. When his dad finds him as a baby.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene where he's talking to his dad when he's a child. And then it cuts to him being 18 years old.
Right.
His dad de-ages and then re-ages. Like he's old and then he gets younger and then he gets old again.
Yeah, consistency's not the greatest thing in this movie.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's just go through the characters. We got Perseus, Sam Worthington, generic dude. Not a terrible actor, but the dialogue in the script is so crummy that he doesn't have a lot to work with.
Yeah, I didn't feel impressed by really anybody's performance in this, honestly.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Luke Evans was great.
He was so good.
So let's talk about Perseus a little bit.
Yeah.
None of his motivation makes any sense at all.
Not really, no.
And it should be straightforward. Like they've had thousands of years to, shake up this story, and all we got was he was found. one little scene where he's like, I don't really belong. And then his father's like, well, I love you like my son. You'll always be my son. And then they go and fish as a whole family. Or it was the night scene when he's 18. And his dad, I think, says something to the extent of like, I found you and I knew that you were meant to do something then.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, his dad reiterates like, fucking gods, like I hate them. Like he's just pissed off about him. And then the statue falls and the demon things attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then Perseus is right to say, we should go.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? I called him Spyro, but his that's not what his. They changed what it was because I think in the original mythology it's something else. But he is Spyros. Spyros, the father, the adopted father, says, no, let's not do anything. Which, I don't know, man. You got like a fisherman who doesn't really give a crap about gods, who just saw a giant statue fall, which by his own motivation, he should be pretty stoked about it because he's like, yeah, screw them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sees a supernatural activity happening of these demon angels attacking. And his first response is, nah. Let's stick it out. That's crazy. I don't know. That just doesn't fall in line with everything. Based on everything we've seen, there's a little bit of me that would have thought he should leave. And actually, I think would have made Perseus's motivation that much better. Because then if they're trying to escape, they're like, we had nothing to do with this. If one of them was yelling like, have mercy on us, we did not do this, and then Hades attacked, then it's like, oh, Hades sucks. Like right. Hades deserves to be ruined. But there's none of that. There's no anything. Like, I understand his family dies, but they really done nothing to make that worth anything. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel valuable in the moment. Other than, this guy, poor him.
Yeah, this movie does. This is one scene where this happens, but I feel like it happens multiple times where there's characters that choose to not respond to the thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And therefore they get hurt or killed or whatever because it's like, oh no, let's not do anything about this.
Right. And then on top of that, not on top of that, but so Perseus gets saved and taken back to Argos. And right out the bat, everyone's treating him like crap. And I don't understand that. Mm-hmm. The entire city of Argos makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. Because, they're sending out all these soldiers to die in the name of fighting the gods. And then the king and queen, yeah, they're rich people. They're sitting on their throne. They're doing all of that stuff. But they're in charge of their city that is falling to ruins. And I don't know how they're not even slightly aware. Mm. And then you have like the do-gooder princess. And I feel bad saying that, but that's how they make her out to be. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to understand. So Hades goes and he's tricking Zeus and convinces Zeus to let him essentially wage war on man. And then he goes down to this particular Argus kingdom and confronts the king and queen. And he does his little demon tornado and sucks up all the soldiers, and they all die. But Perseus just like gets hit or something. And then he says, interesting.
Oh, nothing happens to Perseus, and then he says interesting, and then he hits him.
Why?
Or he throws all the swords and stuff at him.
But I don't understand why that matters, because by way of his own magic, he sucks up all the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't suck up any other human.
Mm-hmm.
Perseus is not a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So his magic worked. It worked according to plan.
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't. By its own world logic, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it made it seem like that it was that he was unaffected was the thing that set him off.
But by its own magical rules, it makes sense that he was unaffected by it, because it only targeted soldiers.
People with
he is not a soldier.
Weapon,
he had no weapon. According to its own logic, it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mission accomplished. And then everyone hates him because he's a demigod. But they don't explain why everyone hates demigods. Outside of, he's part god.
Mm-hmm.
But what has happened to all the other demigods? Are all the other demigods like torturing humans?
Right.
We don't know. But they have a disdain for them, which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Because demigods prove that they are stronger, faster, more murderous than normal humans. And all of these humans are like, I could take this guy on.
Let's kick him.
God, this movie doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
So we go there. Scott Worthington, gets his team together. Mikkelsen is like the head guard, the head royal guard or whatever. And you have old people and young people who are on this team. They all hate him. They all seem to kind of hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why we should care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. All of them seem awful.
Yeah.
They keep throwing in, like, what's his name? Nicholas Hoult. They keep throwing his character into pray to Zeus and stuff.
Mm.
And we're supposed to, like, dislike him for it.
Mm.
And I'm kind of like, here's the thing. I don't care.
I don't care.
Couldn't care less. He could pray to a shoe for all I care. Like, nothing you've done has made me feel anything for any of these people.
Yeah. Also, he would have been a better person to play Perseus, given the age difference, because he was closer to the age of 18 playing this role, and Sam Worthington is like 30 something playing this role.
It would have made the whole thing believable.
Yeah.
Not just his age thing, but I think they're trying to express throughout the movie, like, that Perseus is this no one, nothing kind of kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then he becomes this war machine due to his lineage.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Nicholas Hoult could have learned the choreography for the fight. They weren't that detailed or anything.
No.
And they just didn't pick him because he's like skinny. He's very skinny. But you're right. He is way close. He was way more believable for 18 than. Well, you know what? Why not check, buddy?
He would have been like 2021. I already checked.
Sam?
No, Sam would have been 30 something.
Shut the fuck up. You're right. He was born in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was made, so we'll say 2009. He was 33 years old, and they're trying to make him to be an 18-year-old.
Right.
What an atrocious casting.
Yeah. And it's crazy because Nicholas Hoult was 20. And
he could have very much played it.
His character exists to be like, oh, there's this young soldier.
And
but Perseus is the same age as him.
So dumb. So he just gets more fight worthy. But then he also has like a bunch of speeches where he's basically saying, I'm not going to take anything from the gods. I'm going to do this as a man. And then as the movie goes along and just slowly peels away his desire to do that and kind of undercuts the entire purpose, message, and everything about the movie.
Yeah, because even at the very end, when what's her face, Andromeda is like, Argos needs a ruler, and he says, I'm just a man. Like, no, you're not.
You're not. You done did some god stuff, buddy. You used that sword. You used Zeus's lightning. Who does that? Gods. He
does everything up to that point, not needing to use the weapons of the gods until, for whatever reason.
It's not even like a good reason.
No.
He uses it for what's his name? The king. Hyde.
The king.
Calabos.
Yeah.
He changed his name to Calabos. He used it for Calabos. And I don't know if that is justified as far as the story goes.
No, and like the healing power of the sword really meant nothing.
Yes, because Acrisius literally saw his wife being raped by Zeus and then said, nay, nay. My response to that, Zeus, to punish you, Zeus, is I'm going to kill my wife. And then we're supposed to go to the end of the movie where he like heals up and he goes, don't turn into them, Perseus. And for us to go, yeah, man, that guy has redemption. He's earned no redemption. He is a piece of shit through and through.
Yeah, there needed to be somebody who was innocent who got turned into this creature, not this guy.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been really good. What if here was the thing that was kind of weird to me. You know who's missing from this movie? Poseidon. They're in the ocean a lot. And Hades is like, I'm going to take this one. I thought it was going to be Poseidon.
In the sequel, it's Poseidon, I think.
But wait, why does Hades have the Kraken? Isn't that Poseidon's guy? What? Oh, I didn't think of this, and now it makes me more upset. This movie sucks. What? Kraken is a Poseidon creature, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm checking. The Kraken. It's not even.
It's not even Greek mythology.
The Kraken is not a creature from traditional Greek mythology. It was not created by any Greek god.
Yeah, it is. It's from
Scandinavian folklore.
Really?
Primarily.
I thought it was 1930s horror writer. Or did he just use it? Cthulhu.
Well,
isn't that essentially a Kraken?
I think so. But he could have been inspired by
right.
folklores. It's the Kraken is supposed to be based off of another creature, though. Cetus?
I was about to make a really dumb joke.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom.
Also,
I like your mom. I love your mom. I'm sorry I said that. I feel really bad.
She's a lovely lady.
She is a lovely lady. My mother is a wonderful woman.
This movie's called Clash of Titans.
There are no Titans.
There are 0 Titans.
There has to be a way to come to terms with that. I just don't know how you would do it.
Yeah, because no, I don't even want to get into it. It's just because somebody might argue like, well, maybe the Kraken is the Titan. But
I don't think the Titan would be the Kraken.
The Kraken is a creation of the Titans. Technically, if you were to look at
the Kraken is technically a demigod.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a creation from this mythology. It's Hades. Mm-hmm. Hades created it, so it is a child of sorts of the gods, not of
the Titans.
The Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no Titans. A little bit of clashing, not too much.
Are there Titans in the original Clash of Titans?
You know what? That's a great question. The original writer of that did get a writing credit or a story by.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, why did they change it? This makes more sense. I'm going to read just the plot of the original a little bit. King Acrisius of Argos imprisons his daughter, Danae, jealous of her beauty. When the god Zeus impregnates Danae, Arceus banishes her and her newborn son, Perseus, to sea in a wooden chest. In retribution, Zeus kills Arceus and orders Poseidon to release the last of the Titans, a gigantic sea monster called the Kraken, to destroy Argos. Danae and Perseus safely float to the island of Seriphos, where Perseus grows to adulthood. Oh, what? They just took all the names and stuff and jumbled it together. Because, continuing, Calibus, the spoiled son of the sea god Thetis, is betrothed to Princess Andromeda, daughter of Queen Tapioca Pudding, Cassiope of Joppa, I always forget, but for committing several atrocities, including destroying Zeus's sacred flying horse, except for Pegasus, which is just the name of one. Calibus is transformed into a deformed monster to fit the ugliness of his cold heart. man, this makes way more sense than what we got. In revenge, Thetis transports an adult Perseus to an abandoned amphitheater in Joppa, where he befriends a soldier, Thallo. Who is Thallo? Who is our Thallo? Is there a Thallo?
Thallo. While you're reading this, I looked up, and according to the thing that I just said, is that this movie, the one that we watched, claims that the Kraken is the last Titan, even though it's not a Titan in the sense of what the Titans actually were.
Right, because they make a point of saying that it's Hades' creature.
Yeah, which is, it doesn't make any sense. What's the name? Thallo.
But I don't see any Thallo character. Damn it!
I was right there with you.
Thallo, an elderly poet named Almond. Perseus learns that Andromeda is under a curse and cannot marry unless her suitor successfully answers a riddle concocted by Calibus. Zeus sends Perseus a god-crafted helmet, which is from Athena, which makes its wearer invisible, a magical sword which from Aphrodite, and a shield from Hera. After capturing Pegasus, Perseus follows Calibus' giant vulture carrying off Andromeda's spirit during the sleep. Next riddle, blah, 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 blah. So it seems as though Perseus did not have there wasn't this big, like, I don't know how to describe it. Did this movie feel like it was, you know, in all those Christian movies where they like, where they write a bunch of atheists and they're like, this is what an atheist would say. And then you step back and you hear it and you're like, that's dumb. Like, no one would say that.
Yeah.
This feels like what someone who believes in Greek mythology thinks someone who doesn't believe in Greek mythology would want to build a world around. Like, everyone's emphasis of, we're done with the gods. We got to be done with the gods, blah, 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 blah. And then the moral of the story at the end of the movie is like, you know what? Maybe the gods aren't that bad.
Yeah. There was only one god that was bad, but the rest of them are fine.
The rest of them are fine. That might be the pivot point that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, that whole thing was unnecessary. If they would have gone with a little closer to this, where it seems as though Perseus is working with the gods to move this story along or do whatever,
mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have been, I don't think anyone's motivation or anything would have been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole, I'm trying to do this like a man, and then completely going against that just doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm.
It just comes off bad.
Yeah.
It's just poor writing at that point.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Liam Neeson is Zeus. I don't really care. It's just Liam Neeson. Like,
yeah.
He's just playing Liam Neeson.
But he does say, release the Kraken.
Yes. Release the Kraken. Zeus is dumb. Because Zeus is legitimately every, I don't know how to say this. There's going to be a spiritual conversation we're having here, because we're talking about gods, mythology, whatever. And in this world, gods exist.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a weird conversation that happens where, you talk to someone, a believer of gods talks to a non-believer, whatever God you believe in. And the conversation typically goes, well, if your God was so good, why would he do this? Why would they let this, that, This movie just makes that person like 100% right with no wiggle room for an argument, because it's like, it is evident that your God is a petty bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants the love of his people. If anything, he feeds off of it, because he does. His immortality is contingent on it.
Mm-hmm.
And is it Hades or Apollo? One of them says, Zeus loves man too much. And I'm like, where does he love them that much? Because if this is that, he sucks.
Because he doesn't know that. Yeah.
There's no shot of it.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because I think in mythology there is an element of like the gods actually being flawed in the way that they are. So I don't think that's inaccurate to actual mythology, and maybe the way that this specifically did it wasn't right. But there is that element of like, no, the gods are kind of messed up.
Right. No. I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Continue.
But in this, it doesn't make any sense that at the beginning of the movie, Zeus is like, hey, we just need to kill them all. And then,
yeah, what the hell was that?
And then at the end, he's like, you know what? They're not too bad. I love them. So it's not Hades that is manipulating him from the beginning. It's him who says we need to kill them. And then Hades is like, ooh, let me do it. Right?
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, Zeus is depicted as the bad guy, but then all of a sudden he learns that he has a son, and he's just like, oh, I can't kill him anymore. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You know what would have made more sense? If we would have been introduced to the cult of Hades before all the stuff. So Perseus is fishing, and then they cut to Argos, showing us what's going on in Argos, and they show the cult, and then they show Hades talking to the cult and going like, if you want to follow me. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. If you want to follow me, tear down Zeus's statue. Havana Kedavra! And if it would have been Hades who like hired them to bring the statue down.
Yeah, he's the one.
And then Hades attacks them and kills them. And so when he goes to Zeus, he could be like, look, brother, I defended your honor. Let me go defend you. They do not care. I will protect you. Something that like connects the dots. But it's Zeus ain't doing anything. Zeus is a shitty god. And yeah, the gods are flawed, but it's definitely, he's not doing anything. Humans are suffering. They attack because of it. Ah, damn it. Hades' motivation doesn't make any sense either.
No.
Because if if Zeus is doing such a bad job and everyone's suffering,
he should be getting his power.
He should be stoked. He should be like, hey, everything's going according to plan. All right. You know, like, why is he upset? Or why is he going out of his way to like make an issue?
Yeah, he should have been behind the humans turning against the gods in the first place.
Which he like is, but does it in a really dumb way. He does it in a way that would ultimately bite him in the ass.
Basically, yeah.
This movie doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
And I don't even know if you had to do anything crazy. Like, yeah, you didn't have to follow the original like step by step, but I think you could have done some really good changes to make it work. And then Andromeda is supposed to be like, she's like beautiful, and I think she's supposed to be the love interest. And then they were like, nah.
That was so confusing because
like it had all the earmarks of being the love interest. It's like she's young, she's beautiful, she has power. What's not to like?
There's a moment where they interact with each other, and she tries to give him something to drink, and it gets rejected by Mads. And
Mads was so mad.
He was so mad.
It's such a dumb joke.
But like her character felt weird because I think they forced it to make her this like do good versus her parents, who are obviously like all over the place, and so they needed to have her be like, no, we need to like take care of our people and blah blah blah, and not anger the gods, and do these like they try to make her good. So that I think they're trying to force the audience to be like, oh, yes, Perseus needs to save her because she's good.
And I think they could have done that in such a different way. So she's in this party room chamber with them, and her mom is going out there crazy. And I think what would have been good is if she said all of that, and then turns to look for her daughter, and her daughter's nowhere to be seen. And they cut to her on the streets with the bread, doing all the bread stuff. And then Hades comes in, because she would have said that. She still would have said, you wouldn't have needed her in the room for that to happen. And then she comes into the room, and everything has happened, and she gets told what the prophecy is or whatever, the not a prophecy, the stipulation, and then she could still do the no one should die for me. I'll that's fine. Like, and she still would have been like righteous. It takes a little of it off. The fact that she's in there, and you could say like, well, she's the princess, she's the king's daughter, she would be there. It's like, I don't know, maybe if she really did, like, if we're trying to show her that she really cares abundantly, she shouldn't care about all this stuff to the extent that she doesn't even waste her time. And that could be another thing that pisses her mom off. But
yeah, and it's like her coming back would have been like she sees that something's happening at the palace, and then she's like, my family, I care about my family, even though that they're horrible.
Yeah, like we all say, my family. It's a guy from MASH. Yeah. Yeah, but there was something there. And then, okay, so Io... none of it makes sense. It's creepy.
Her as the guide and like the guardian angel,
that makes sense. As the love interest, it doesn't make any sense, and it's just creepy because she said she's been watching him her whole life, or his whole life.
Yeah.
So was she grooming him? Is that what we're in for?
She's only been watching him from the distance.
Like a groomer. Like, I don't know. Nothing felt good about that.
I feel like they tried to play it off of like, she's ageless, it's fine, but like, no, not really.
She's 30 as well.
Yeah.
So
and then like Andromeda, like they hold hands after he saves her.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
He like grabs her hand, and then she's like basically saying, "Hey, come be the king with me."
Eh?
He's like, "No, thanks."
So I gotta say, call back a little bit. We had the thing with Batman where we were talking about too horny.
Too horny.
This movie, even with, I don't like how I'm going to say this, even with a rape scene, has no horniness.
No.
And I kind of think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, this movie should have been at least a little
more.
bit.
All the sexual tension is exposition. Like, none of it is actually shown. It's just kind of told to us, and we're supposed to be like, totally.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in. This is such a weird movie because even the thing that would have been easy, because they got a lot of good looking people in this movie. Nope, not a bit. They don't, and I don't know.
Did any guy even take his shirt off?
And I was about to make the comment of, and I'm not saying we need to sexualize anyone or anything, but there is supposed to be this sexual tension in this movie, and there's nothing remotely romantic that happens.
Yeah, so it's weird. This movie is trying to the feel of it, the look of it, the storytelling is all inspired from 300, right? Because 300 came out 4 years before this. It was the super popular
That's
thing.
what I was thinking.
And 300, it's like, it's a weird kind of horny, but it's horny.
It's not. I guess you could say it's weird. It is very horny.
Yes. And like, this movie can't even get that part right.
Yeah. like it doesn't. We're spending too much time on this.
It tried to be 300 and failed in all aspects.
I think David Wenham is a great actor, but he's kind of a funny looking guy. Yeah, he has some like attraction to him, I think. But they made him hot in that movie.
Yeah.
And they couldn't make this is such objectifying bullshit. They didn't make anyone really hot at all in this movie. I feel so bad saying this, but I feel maybe they've trained us so much because I don't know, maybe judging from his arms, it feels like Sam Worthington is like a fit man. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, even when he's like in jail and stuff, they still put like a potato sack over him. I feel like this movie was like, hey, the hardest we're gonna work to make someone hot is put a metal shield thing over him with like pecs and a six pack.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, they even made Calibus like ripped, but he's so grotesque, even though he's not really that grotesque. Like his makeup looked like makeup. His prosthetics look like prosthetics. It's such a weird. Some of these, it's really funny because some of these, is Liam Neeson Irish or Scottish? Irish. His outfit, I'm just looking at it now when he first talks to Perseus in person. He looks like someone from like a Gaelic thing. It's such a weird move. The guy that's showing the most chest is what's his name? One of the brothers, the Hunting brothers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Can't tell what the Zal. He's the only guy that has like open chest outfit.
Yeah.
And he's definitely not there for any of that.
Yeah. Okay, we spent too much time on talking about how unhorny this movie is.
All right. The last person I want to talk about
Uh-huh.
is Hades.
Okay.
I don't understand anything for Hades. I don't understand his motivation. Ralph Fiennes plays Voldemort. He's just doing Voldemort.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, this movie was like, what if Voldemort looked like Rasputin?
Yeah, basically. And they gave him the voice, which is really annoying because Ralph Fiennes is a good actor.
Yeah.
And they really wedged him into it. I think if he had played just kind of British guy, it would have been fine.
Yeah, and they were trying to, like, I guess, have him sound and seem weak.
Which that is still wrong to the whole point of everything. I say that because he's supposed to be on the edge of power.
Uh-huh.
And at first I thought, oh, maybe he's trying to pretend to be weak to Zeus. But he did it to the people too.
Mm-hmm.
He should have just been him. I don't understand why they made him play that way.
Yeah, it was a really weird choice, and I don't know, I didn't find his character to be believable when he was doing that.
Yeah.
And then at the end he's talking normal.
Yeah, which the idea I think was all of his powers restored, but again, if fear and misery is what embodies him or like emboldens him and gives him power, he's doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's an influx. If people are praying more and pissing Zeus off, then he's in business. Another reason why his motivation makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
And then I think this movie does such a shitty job of connecting the dots in the way that it does, because it has the scene with all the gods and they don't use any of them.
Yeah, they're just there in the background, really.
Which is such a weird move, because you have a storyline where you have this guy who's trying to fight Hades, fight a god, I guess. And all the gods are like, go for it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do your worst.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what the point is. Like, why even do any of it? Why involve the other gods at all?
Mm-hmm.
None of it really makes any sense. It's dumb. Fun fact, Ralph Fiennes plays Odysseus in a movie recently. I think he won some awards. It's called The Return.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah. And he's all old, but he also like got into shape.
Oh.
So he's like old, but he's like buff. Not buff, but he's very muscly. He's got that like Nerf football bicep. You know, it's not big, but you can tell it's shaped right.
Uh-huh.
He worked out. That's what we should have had. Hades should have looked like that. Anyway. I'm done with this movie. Oh, fuck. Now we transition to the review rewind, where we take a positive review and a negative review, and we see where we fall. Metacritic gave it a 39%, had a 39% overall, so negative. Rotten Tomatoes, 27%, so overall negative. Rotten Tomato audience, 40%. And IMDb audience, 5.8. Tristan.
5.8 is surprisingly
high.
like that's
almost
half.
a 6. It's almost a 6.
Yeah.
From the Chicago Sun-Times, and I do believe this was in fact Ebert. It may have been one of his last reviews. Oh, the Christian Science Monitor reviewed it. I missed that.
Oh,
I just got really mean to a religion. It was in fact Roger Ebert. That had to have been one of his last ones. No, now I don't even know when he passed away. He's still alive. 2013. Okay. I wasn't too far off. That's a weird thing to be championing. You want to read it before I dig a bigger hole?
The Chicago Sun-Times gave it a 75, which that seems like a high number for what I'm about to read. For its intended audience, I suspect this will play as great entertainment. I enjoyed myself, particularly after they released the Kraken.
It's like the last 10 minutes of the movie.
That basically is like, I enjoyed the movie when it ended.
Oh, that's good. That is a very high score for that review.
Yeah.
That scene doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. I like how they try to force the tension on it. Where they're like, he's going to win. Never mind. He dropped the bag. He dropped the bag.
Which, the bag getting stolen from him happens so quickly that you don't even know that he doesn't have the bag anymore until you see the creature flying with it. And you're like, wait, what happened? And then he fumbles it at the end.
And then there was an excessive amount of time where the Pegasus is just running. Where it doesn't make sense, to the point where I was genuinely thinking, what's the point of the wings? This horse is running. This Pegasus is running a lot. Oh, look, we got a plane. We can drive on the road.
What if we don't fly with it?
Slate, which I will say, Slate has been our lowest score for a lot of the movies we've watched recently.
Does Slate even like movies?
I mean, they haven't been wrong. They gave it a 10. Clash seems to be deliberately steering clear of camp when, in fact, it should have steered straight into camp and stepped on the gas.
Yep.
Absolutely. This was the moment that, it would have fixed it. No, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have fixed it, but it would have made it more enjoyable.
More enjoyable. There are moments where you can tell that they tried to make a joke, but instead of laughing and being like, haha, my response was that supposed to be a joke?
Ozal and Kukuk, whatever, the two brothers, the hunters, they were supposed to be the comedic relief. And they weren't funny, but I will say, they were, in fact, the most endearing characters in the whole movie. Because they were the only ones who saw him as a fisherman, who just saw him as a man. No one else saw him like that. They did.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they saw him again during the battle and they're like, fisherman,
Yeah.
he had like a bit of like, my friends, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But other than that, no funny things. They tried really hard to make Nicholas Holt's character be kind of the butt of a joke. And it really was, are you guys just bullying this kid?
Yeah.
Why
And
why are you being so mean?
the older guy, Salon,
Liam Cunningham.
he tries to say, he says a couple of lines where it's like, was I supposed to laugh at that?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. They really were hoping his.
And I don't think it's necessarily the delivery. It's just the tone of the movie does not give place for someone to crack a joke.
Right. Also, I think you have a. That is so. That's such an odd thing that there are a lot of jokes and none of them landed. I don't think I realized how many jokes there were supposed to be until we started talking about it, realizing now that like none of them landed.
There was one thing that was said that got a slight like from me.
Yeah.
No, I don't even remember what it was.
I think mine was they got attacked by Calibus the first time, and Salon was like, "Who was that?" And Percy's like, "I don't know. Let's ask him." And I chuckled because I'm like, "That's dumb."
That's they try to make the joke about the owl, which is a reference to the original movie. And it's just like, okay.
I didn't get it.
Exactly.
Axis when they're down in the underworld and they're waiting for the ferry and nothing's coming, and he says, Charon only ferries the dead. And Salon says, he pulls his sword out and he goes, any volunteers?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oof.
Like, are you joking, or are you being serious right now?
The one laugh I think that was genuine was Salon draws the sword in Medusa's lair and notices a statue that looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, doesn't really inspire confidence.
Yeah.
That one I will give credit. I thought that was kind of funny. It was cute.
But like nobody in the movie responds.
No one validates it.
Nobody validates the joke, and so therefore it's like, what was that a joke?
Yeah.
Or is that just how this guy talks?
Right. Are you really trying to be funny right now? Alrighty. Well, Tristan.
Yeah.
I feel like we could get off topic and hate this movie all day. What do you
like we're keeping it short today?
I have no clue. What do you give it?
It's an F, right?
It's an F. It's 100. If I could give, you know what? I would give it an F minus.
Ooh.
But it is certainly an F. So I'm gonna put that right there. F. It is dead. And
I feel like last year we did not give this many Fs.
Maybe we're just focusing on a lot of weird movies. With some, so next week we're supposed to be watching a movie that does it has Emmy nominations, like it is seen as like a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The next one after that I think is a movie with some positive rapport. Mm-hmm. The one after that is bad, but like a good bad. And then the one after that, I'm actually really excited. I've been wanting to watch it, and I think it'll be good. And then throughout the rest of that, we do have some that are known as really good movies, and then some that are on the fence of like a lot of people like it, but also it could objectively be seen as a bad movie. I don't know. We'll see. So here's a thought I had about this movie that seeing one of the movies made me remember because of the director.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is what happens when you take Greek mythology and try to throw it into Michael Bay-isms.
Okay, yeah.
There was so much unnecessary slow motion in this movie.
Yeah.
There's
you're
a
right.
lot of slow motion.
There's a lot.
And this movie doesn't really need any slow motion. Unless you do it tactfully.
Yeah.
It did not.
No tact.
No tact. So this movie sucked. Don't see it. You're not missing much, man. I tell you what. You're not missing a whole lot. Thanks for watching with me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I made us watch it.
Yeah.
But at least now I know I have seen it, and I can, in fact, say this movie sucks.
It sucks.
And so I tip my hat and I say, always remember, review those rewinds, and we'll see you next time.
And release the Kraken.